So yeah guys, with not the best go home Raw for the WrestleMania pay-per-view, for the show of the Immortals, for me this wasn't even a good go home show for a pay-per-view like WrestleMania. So imagine your go home show for WrestleMania is Rhea turning on Asuka, Bobby Lashley having the same altercations with the former Her Business members, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Also a rematch from last week, which was Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles. There was something interesting happened there with Kofi throwing the mic at Omos, but we can get a pass on that. It's not that important. With a decent Matt Riddle match against Mustafa Ali, but it's nothing special. They are great wrestlers, so they will put on a great show, but it's still nothing special, nothing exciting. It just doesn't get me excited anymore. I don't understand. Maybe it's because of the fans, maybe, I don't know, but they had a lot of time to build this WrestleMania up and build it so freaking good, and they haven't done that, which is ultimately is really sad if you ask me. You have no fans in the Thunderdome, so you can do whatever feuds you want. You can bring back whoever you want. If it's Brock Lesnar, if it's Becky Lynch, if it's Ronda, whoever, you could have done something greater, something worth for the fans coming back to the stadium. But they haven't built this up, at least for the Raw side, they haven't built it up that much. But at least we're getting Drew McIntyre against Bobby Lashley. That's gonna be pretty good, and I can't wait to see it. So, with all this being said, this video is going to be about WrestleMania Night One. It's gonna be my prediction on the WrestleMania Night One, which are the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, the Seth Rollins against Cesaro match, the steel cage match between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon, the tag team match is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, who will be facing Miz and Morrison, the Women's Smackdown Championship match between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, the Raw Tag Team Championship match between The New Day, who will be facing AJ Styles and Omos, and the tag team thermal match, we will have Lana and Naomi against Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, against the Riot Squad, against Natalya and Tamina. A pretty decent WrestleMania card, but no Legends influence on this WrestleMania card, which is ultimately not the best. It could have gotten us more engaged into the WrestleMania, but nothing that special. So hopefully we will be getting surprised at the WrestleMania. Maybe some faces return, something. Bailey has to do something in this WrestleMania. Please God help Bailey do something, man. Why would you let Bailey not have a match? Bailey has carried the women's division in a pandemic, and you don't have her in a match. Like, just put her in a match against Sasha Banks and Bianca. And another discussion is what will be the main event of Night One of WrestleMania. So if WWE advertises that both the Royal Rumble winners will main event WrestleMania, and you have two nights, so your one night will be main evented by one of the Royal Rumble winners, and then the next one by the other one. That's my logic. But going on feuds, so for me the real WrestleMania main event that should be there because of the storyline and because of the build is Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre. But it depends how we look at it, because I'm hearing that WWE are making the first entrance of the WrestleMania a big thing actually. So that's why we won't have a match on the kickoff show. If the entrance are people are saying a big thing, we'll probably see Drew McIntyre against Bobby Lashley, I'm thinking, because that storyline is up there for like the first match back with fans. It will be really important to have a match that will have really good story, really good feud, a really good build up, and people are actually going to be interested in. So we'll see, but my bet is on the Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre match to be in the main event. So the main story was that Seth Rollins wanted to help Cesaro not be that potential guy anymore and surpass his potential and be a better wrestler and a better superstar and not be in that mid-card anymore. But Cesaro would just not take that, and he disrespected Seth Rollins in any way he could. Swung him everywhere. In the ring, in the backstage. Just an awesome build in my opinion, so I can't wait to see the match. But the thing that Seth Rollins is accusing Cesaro of with being a potential guy and with not surpassing his potential are actually true. And that's WWE's fault, so WWE is basically bringing up their faults into this story, which is unbelievable. Why would you do that? Like, for all this time that Cesaro was in the WWE, this is his first WrestleMania singles match, a proper story. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be an amazing battle. It's going to be an amazing match, and ultimately my prediction is that Cesaro is going to win this match and destroy Seth Rollins. But we'll probably see the match of the night with this. The next match is a steel cage match between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. And which Shane McMahon is basically just making fun of Braun Strowman and telling him that he's stupid. He even hit him with a camera and threw the paint on him, the green paint on him. It's pretty funny, but we always see Shane McMahon in this position. But the thing that took everything away from this match was the stipulation, the steel cage match. Why not do a last man standing match? Why not do a falls count anywhere match? Why not do please? Why not do a Hell in a Cell match? There could have been a lot of things that you could have done with this storyline because it's up there. It's funny. It's really good, but they will be limited. So the only thing that could happen in the steel cage match is just throwing your opponent into the cage, as Braun Strowman said that he will do with Shane McMahon, and then jumping off the cage, that probably Shane McMahon might do, and breaking the cage like we saw Roman Reigns did with Brock Lesnar. But that's about it. But it's probably going to be a decent match. We will see Braun Strowman absolutely destroy Shane McMahon. And my prediction will be that Braun Strowman will win this match and will show that he isn't stupid. And maybe he will build up a good character from there. But we will see. We now have the tag team match between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest against Miz and Morrison, which has a pretty okay storyline. It's decent. Bad Bunny's last promo was okay. It was too long. It was way too long. He could have said it in like way less time than that. But it's a really good storyline involving something popular. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they can do with this match. It was really interesting when the match was between Bad Bunny and Miz. But it was obvious there's going to be involvement from Damian Priest and Morrison. But now that it's fully a tag team match, it just took away the interest from the match. Like probably it's just going to be Damian Priest doing all the work and maybe Bad Bunny just jumping 2-3 times from the top rope and maybe doing some moves. But like it's not that interesting because it was advertised someone that wasn't a superstar going against someone that is. But we'll probably see a really good match. I'm really excited to see Damian Priest perform because he's awesome. Like you've seen his NXT matches, he's amazing. So for this match, I'm predicting Bad Bunny and Damian Priest winning in probably a really interesting WrestleMania moment. Next, we have for me something that's just not supposed to be there. The tag team turmoil match. So you have Lana and Naomi going against Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, going against the Riot Squad, going against Natalya and Tamina, the best partnership ever. Natalya and Tamina, whoa. Really interesting match this. The night one is going to be this tag team, and the winner from this match will face on night 2 the women's tag team champions, Nia Jax, the best wrestler, the most safe wrestler in the world, and Shayna Baszler. This was just not supposed to be on the WrestleMania card, so you have the Andrew Memorial Battle Royal being on SmackDown, and you have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, same, on the SmackDown card, and you basically have 2 of the same matches on the WrestleMania card, so for the same purpose of going to face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Probably Lana and Naomi are going to win, because Lana has the feud with Nia Jax, and it's going to be an interesting WrestleMania moment. But for me, the tag team that deserves to win this is the Riot Squad. Give Liv and Ruby the WrestleMania moments, man. They just deserve it. They deserve the title reign. Just take it off Nia and Shayna Baszler and give it to them. But yeah, my prediction will be going positively into this and saying the Riot Squad will get this win in the turmoil match and will eventually end up on night 2 and winning the Women's Tag Team Championships. Next off, again going with the tag team feel, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match between the New Day against AJ Styles and Amos. With a pretty decent feud with AJ Styles actually losing 3 times in a row and with Kofi throwing a mic at Amos. This was out of the blue, so we'll have to see what this match will bring to the table. It has a decent build and I'm really interested to see what Amos can do in the ring. So hopefully we'll see an amazing destructive Amos who will absolutely destroy both Kofi and Xavier. And my prediction is that these 2 will take the titles of the New Day. But the only thing that I'm actually scared of is Amos actually turning on AJ Styles and helping the New Day and being their 3rd member. But hopefully that won't happen and this tag team will just be dominating. And now finally we have the last 2 matches. SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, and the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Which one will main event WrestleMania Night 1? For me it is pretty simple. Let's just go for the best storyline main event. So even if it was promised that both the Royal Rumble winners will main event one WrestleMania night, let's just get over that because WWE always gets over things like this, and let's just have the WWE Championship main eventing the WrestleMania. So yeah, let's start off with the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. So the main story between Sasha and Bianca was that they were a tag team and they couldn't be there for each other. Sasha couldn't help Bianca, Bianca couldn't help Sasha, and Sasha pretty much told her that she doesn't need Bianca, and that they lost the tag team championship match against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler because of her getting slapped her a couple of times, and that was the build. But I'm so excited for this match. I know we will get a banger at WrestleMania, probably another show stealer this and Cesaro against Seth Rollins will be the most amazing matches. These matches are going to be absolutely amazing. It is really hard to predict because I don't think Sasha could lose again at WrestleMania. I know everybody expects the babyface to win, but this doesn't need to happen. We can pretty much have the heel, that is Sasha, beating Bianca at WrestleMania and continuing their feud, actually building a better feud for SummerSlam or for another pay-per-view before SummerSlam, and then have Bianca take that title then because she's already at a top level, but she needs this win to get even higher. You know, so that she can actually, when she loses, she can give the star power to Bianca. So my prediction is Sasha Banks retaining the Smackdown Women's Championship. And now finally, for me, the WrestleMania main event that will happen, the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley, probably with MVP, going against Drew McIntyre. This had an amazing feud, not gonna lie, this is an amazing feud. Bobby Lashley actually costed Drew McIntyre his title after the Elimination Championship match. And now pretty much Bobby Lashley has been accused by Drew McIntyre that he's afraid of him and he doesn't want to fight Drew because he knows he will lose. And then the interesting thing for me is that Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin both have fought Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley destroyed them and they made them look bad. Now I think that the former Hurt Business members will want to get that back. So my theory is that both Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin are banned from helping Bobby Lashley out, but they can't actually be banned from helping Drew McIntyre out. This could be a possibility, but I just don't want that to happen. WWE has built this in a way that they want to give Drew McIntyre his WrestleMania moment with fans. For me, it seems like Bobby Lashley, even though he is looked up as a great champion right now, a champion that he deserves his time right now, the almighty era, you know, I just think that Bobby Lashley was there just as a replacement for Brock Lesnar. So we'll probably see Brock Lesnar return on the first Raw after WrestleMania, with Drew being the champion and wanting that championship back. But I'm just hoping that Drew McIntyre won't be booed by the fans because, as I'm seeing on Twitter, a lot of people are hating on him. He just doesn't deserve that. He could be booed by the fans because he ended the almighty era. Yeah, I can say that Bobby Lashley deserves this championship reign, but Drew McIntyre also deserves his WrestleMania moment because last year he didn't really get it. Imagine winning the Royal Rumble in the way that he did, building the WrestleMania match in the way that they did with Brock Lesnar, and then turning up on WrestleMania and seeing no fans in a way smaller building than what a stadium would have been. Of course he deserves his WrestleMania moment, and I'm hoping that he will get it at WrestleMania because he absolutely deserves it. As much as Bobby Lashley does, he deserves it as well. So I'm hoping that this will be the proper coronation of Drew McIntyre being the WWE champion, and the fans will actually support him and cheer him, and it will just be an amazing WrestleMania moment both for Drew and for us the fans. Let's go, Drew. Get that win, baby. This has been the WrestleMania Night One prediction. I'm just so excited for WrestleMania. I can't wait. My sleeping schedule isn't that happy, but I am. It's going to be a lot of cappuccinos, a lot of coffee. I'm so happy and excited. I can't wait. Let's go. Finally, fans in the stadium. This is really exciting. I just want to see what it will be. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time since we've seen fans. Probably the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and let me know down in the comments what your WrestleMania Night 1 prediction is. Who do you think will main event WrestleMania Night 1? Is it Sasha Banks against Bianca Belair, or is it Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre? And also, what do you think about this first entrance of WrestleMania being a big deal? I'm so excited to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. And also leave a like, subscribe, rate my video. But until next time, which will be WrestleMania Prediction Night 2, I will see you guys later. Peace out.